really enjoy being outside from a young age. I've always been someone that enjoys being outside in the woods and in the fields. I've got a massive connection and passion with the land and harvesting our products we get from outside. I'd much rather be out there than inside.
I love working with Clyst Pits and Venison because it's so local. I know exactly where the deer's shot. I love to go on the Instagram and see him, kill a deer, and I know exactly where it's come from, and I know that'll be in my kitchen the next day. As a chef, it's super important for me to be able to tell the customer where the meat comes from. My dish today is venison Wellington. The reason why I use Parma ham is it infuses it with flavour, but it also helps seal in the moisture. So it's got a good salt content, which means I don't have to re-season the meat, and it just infuses it and wraps it all up in a lovely salty goodness. First of all, we make the mushroom duxelle, so we chop up wild mushrooms, chop up button mushrooms, shallots and herbs, and we just roughly chop it all, pop it in the pan, sear it off till it sweats out. Then we set it to one side, and then we're going to blend that in a blender. And after that, we then seal the venison loin from Clyst Pits, and we seal it both sides in butter and rapeseed oil. We season very slightly with salt, a little twist of pepper. We add half a garlic bulb chopped in there to give the butter some flavour. We then take that out and rest it to one side. At this point, we then blend our mushrooms into a lovely pâté. We then lay down the Parma ham on some cling film. So we stretch out the cling film, we lay the Parma ham just slightly overlapping onto the cling film. We then spread the mushroom duxelle, the pâté, over the Parma ham. We then pick up the venison loin from Clyst Pits and lay it on top of the Parma ham. We then roll, and then we tighten and then chill for up to a day. I mean, sometimes it's better to chill for 24 hours, but an hour or two is okay, as long as it gets down to that lovely cool, cold temperature in the middle of the venison loin. After that, we then get out our pastry and we cut the pastry to the size that we need. We then egg wash the entire pastry section. We unwrap the venison loin and we sit it on top of the pastry. We then roll the pastry, sealing it on either side. So we tuck it into bed, I say, so we tuck all the ends in so it's all underneath and keep the seal underneath the actual pastry so it doesn't leak out. We then decide what we're going to put on top. In this case, I've done lattice. So we roll out the lattice, we sit it on top, we egg wash, we then tuck it all in again, make it nice and neat, and just put some thyme on top, some rock salt, whatever you want to do to make it look pretty. And it goes in the oven for about 25 minutes on 180, and it should come out medium rare. Obviously, the longer you leave it in there, the more it's cooked, and if you want to get it out anyway and let it rest, it continues to cook for up to 20 minutes after it's come out the oven. So the sauce is the trim from the venison. So at the start you saw Clyst Pits cutting off all the trim. That will go into a basic stock that I would make, and it takes me up to 2 days to make the stock. But if you can use beef stock if you wanted to. You then just reduce it down with star anise, cinnamon, juniper berries, and allspice berries, and you just cook it out and just let it cook all day till it actually thickens. Then you can just bring it back up with some butter.